Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I went ahead and finished this Christmas journal. I made the ephemera and put everything in, so I'm just going to do a walkthrough for you to show you what I did. So this is the cover. I put this, I love this, and I'm just about out of it. You know, it's a big card of lace that I found at a thrift store, like, I don't know, 3 years ago or so. And I put it on a lot of my journals. It's just perfect. And I'm getting down close to being out of it. I'm very sad, so I'll have to be on the hunt for something similar. I do have one that's pretty too I can use, but it's straight edged. I really like this scalloped edge here, but anyway. So I'm using my stash, right? So here you go. This is the finished journal. And I will point out that I put these brass corners on each corner, on the front and the back. I like these. I think it just makes them look, I don't know, a step up. So here's the inside. I think you saw the pocket. I wanted to make these charms, and I wanted to show you these also. I got these, I'm not sure where I bought them from, but I just thought they were so cute. I might have gotten these off of yeah, it'll come to me. Anyway, it makes the paper charms, and it's Emily Moore Designs, and she's got this sticky thing on here, so I just keep them on here so it doesn't get lost. And then it also punches out all these little loops that you put through the top, and I like these because they're flat and they don't add bulk to your journal, and I love them so much. And so I put one on this tag. I think you saw this tag already. I made this pocket out of vellum. I didn't want to cover up this pretty page, so I didn't put anything on there. There's lots of room in this journal for writing. This is another little tag I made, and I used this piece of Timmy ephemera to make a pocket out of. I love that bird. And like I said before, almost, I think this, well, most of these pages are Artie Mae's digital, Christmas digital. And I did link her page below. So I made this little scrappy notebook. I just stapled it in the middle. So I put those in there. This pocket has a little gusset, so it's a little bigger, so you can put a bulky item in there, and I just put a piece of paper up here to journal on. This was also from Timmy's ephemera pack. I just put it on here as an edge. I inked around the edge of it. This is another tag that I made, and I just put some lace up here on the top for tab. That's where I ended up using this piece. Put that in there like that. I like this page. And I always print my digitals with a backing instead of gluing 2 pages together, because I just think it makes your journal a lot better if you can do that. I love this page too. So here, I just made this scallop piece and cut out with my 2-inch punch this out of her digital, and made a little tuck spot here with that. I hope the lighting turns out okay on this. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the lighting on my... When I loaded it up the first time and was editing the video, the first video, the lighting was horrible again. But then when it loaded up, the lighting was fine. So I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, I made a tuck spot. This is my coffee dyed paper, and so I just folded over the edge of it and made a little tuck spot. This is one of her little envelopes. This is the closure I made for the back of it. You could put notes or pictures or secret Christmas list in there, whatever you want. And then I just added these on here. This is the center of the signature. The signature has 10 pages, like I mentioned before, and so it's a 40-page journal. I added these 2 charms. I always put charms in the middle signature. If I have 3 signatures, I put them in the middle one. So I put a little snowman and a boot, a stocking. So cute. Made this small. I usually make my pockets bigger. I just used this piece that I had laying here, and I made a pocket out of it, and I cut it wrong the first time, or it would have been a little bit taller. So here's a couple more of Timmy's ephemera pieces. I'm glad I'm using these finally. I think I got them last year and I didn't use any of them, so I forgot I had them. This is a tall, this is not Artie Mae's. I'm not sure where I got this. I think it was off of Free Digital that I got somewhere. And so this was in the center of the page, so I just cut this out to make a tag. I put this up here on top, and I ran a gold ink pen. You know that this is, you can get these at the dollar store. Gold pens, and it's very cool. So I just put, this is my digital, coffee dyed digital I put on the back. And that's the other side of this coffee dyed paper. Another tuck, and this is a journal card that I made. And I put this piece on front, and I made it like a little pocket. So then I put this piece, is also one of Timmy's, put in there like that. I am going to list this in my Etsy shop. So if you want it, you can grab it. Okay, so this is another tag I made, and I just put a couple pieces of embellishment on there. And this is a packaging, clear packaging pocket. I like to put at least one of these in a journal. And there's another one of Tim Holtz embellishments I put on this pocket. And then here's another one of those charms. They're so cute. And then I did staple it to this pocket, and then I put one of these little, it's like, it's like a sequin. It's got a little shine to it. And then on this belly band, I've got this ribbon. I just ran a strip of this sparkly ribbon down the middle. Zhuzh it up a little bit. And here's another journaling card I made. These are those sparkle spots. I just love these so much. We got these at Paper Ganza. So fun. And then on this page I said that had, when I printed, it printed a black streak down the side. So I made this strip, like a strip it, just collaged it, left the edges, you know, torn edges. I put some of those little sequin things down here, and then I cut this edge straight. And then I just took this piece of paper. It's a stiffer, it's paper that I got, Bitty Penny recommended it for if you want to print front and back, because not all paper prints the same on the back as it does the front, and this paper does. It's a little heavier than copy paper, but not quite as heavy as cardstock. It's really kind of a cool size. I do a lot of things if I want to make, like I could have just taken and made a tag out of these, which I have done before, because it's a good, you know, it is about as strong as that cardstock I get from Michael's, at least. So anyway, I just made a little book because the colors go, and I just folded that, put that in there like that. So on this pocket, I think you saw this pocket here, I cut this out. This is the bottom half of a tag. I cut around this part here, glued the bottom part of the tag behind to reinforce it, and then glued it on here to make another pocket. So this is actually a double pocket. I cut this little piece of ephemera out, backed it with index card, and inked around it. I didn't do anything to it. It's just, you know, I love paper to speak for itself a lot, because, you know, people go to a lot of trouble of designing these papers, and then just to cover them up, I think is not right. But I do, you know, like here, I took my pen, what do you call these, gel, sparkly pens, gel pen. This is a gold, I think, and went over the berries and just did some highlights on here, and I don't know if it shows up or not. You can kind of see it. So I did do that. Went around these red circles here, and then I just cut this piece of paper out to make a journaling card, and it was green on one side and red on the other. So I took this piece, made a pocket back here. This is another piece out of Tim's ephemera pack. Put that back here, and then on this side, I believe these two pieces are out of his also, and this was on Artie Mae's kit. So anyway, so I just love that, how that turned out. Okay, here's that silverware bag that I turned up the bottom of it, and I made a pocket, and I decorated it down here. I made this bookmark, and I was trying to use a rose, and for some reason my rose die would just not cut out all the way, and I'm not sure why, but so I just decided to use this one. And then up here, I put a long tag. So you can write on the back of this. And I just used a little 1-inch scallop punch and folded it. Put this up here. Put this poinsettia up here for decoration. And that fits down in there just like that. So I really like that. And here we're at the end. This is the back of the cover. I put another piece of vellum. I put 25. This was also in Tim's pack. So I glued that down with some more red sparkle spots. And then made this. And more pieces from his ephemera pack. I was able to use a lot of his pieces this time. And then I put this piece of lace up here, and I'm going to have to glue this down better. But there's my journal. And so I hope you like it. Please leave a comment and let me know. And I will be putting this in my Etsy shop in the next day or so. So be watching for that. So you can grab it if you want to. And let me know what you think. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we will catch you next time. Bye.